Good afternoon and welcome. Oh, here we go. It's 3:30 on Monday, March 10th. Can you believe that we're inching into the middle of the month already? So welcome to Pat's Stamping Place. And if you are a first-time visitor, please give me a thumbs up. I'd love it if you subscribe. Okay, I'm looking around because I had a little bit of a glitch a few minutes ago. Or it said something up here said it was dropping. So hopefully my words will catch up with what I say and something isn't lagging behind. Excuse me. So, got my name down there at the bottom, Pat Mayer, at an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I am located in Northeast Ohio. So I will turn that off. And it is a bright, sunshiny day. I don't know what the temperature is right now, but we have turned the corner again. We had snow on Friday night into Saturday, and we're supposed to be at 70 middle of the week. Oh, great, Rose. You got it already. Okay, your card's going to go in the mail tomorrow. So I got a little bit delayed. I'm so glad that you like it. So now you have, it is, anytime you get stuff in the mail and that big brown truck drops things off, it is like Christmas. So it's always a pleasure. So I am doing something a little bit different today than what actually I thought about last night. We'll flip you down to my desktop already. And I thought about this through the night. I don't know, for some reason I didn't sleep very well. Hello, Shirley, welcome. So maybe what I was actually thinking about, I'll do next week. Yeah, so I won't even mention it now. But when I first saw this stamp set, it's called Kiss of Texture. And if you saw it's 61, thanks. It's probably about that here too. So that means I won't need to wear my coat when I go out for dinner when I'm finished here. That's a good thing. I'm tired of that coat. And it's just got great shapes. I got this because I was looking at something else, had nothing to do with kissing, that used this and this, these basic shapes that just give you some color. And then we've got these three others. Now, fortunately, and I was hoping this was the case, these will work with the Stylish Shapes dies. And those are a must-have. I sure hope they don't take those away, because we do have some basic squares, circles, and our flag banners to use. So I use these so many times. So I'm going to use the third largest, or I guess you could say third smallest, fourth smallest. No, this is the fourth one of the circles here in a little bit. And then I do have some other samples to show you too. Hopefully I'll get two things done here. So I have already mounted this one that looks like a wood grain. And you can create backgrounds with these. You can cut them out, die cut them, whatever, to make really nice cards. So I'm going to use that one first. And then we've got the circle one, and then this floral one. So these are good for backgrounds, shapes. Probably the sky's the limit on this, whatever you want to do. So I picked three colors from, put this away, from the Color Coach. And I've never done too much with this, what's called triadic. Colors that are evenly spaced around the color wheel and go beyond the primary colors of red, yellow, and blue. Gives you something unexpected. Now, I knew that I wanted to use Lost Lagoon. That's become my new favorite color. Reminds me of cruising or something. So Lost Lagoon, and what that shows up with on the triadic part of the coach is Bubble Bath and Crushed Curry. Now, my Crushed Curry pad is probably on its last legs. I've had it for a very long time, and I'm not sure. I obviously didn't check it very well to see if it needs re-inked. So I'm going to try those three together, and I can't guarantee that that you'll like them or that I will like them, but in the world of color, that is something that is a real thing. Triadic, those three colors. So you could just pick about anything else. Usually I like to go with complementary or analogous colors, and I love monochrome where you stay with the same color family. So let's give this a shot. So what did I say? Lost Lagoon, Bubble Bath, and Crushed Curry. And I like to keep my color coach in the little plastic bag that it came in. It's good to hang up someplace, and it also keeps it nice and clean. Okay, I have a piece of basic white, and this is the full size of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and it will go on a piece that is long ways 11 by 4 1/4 scored at 5 1/2. So I'm going to do, using my grid, let's see, let's go to the center here. I'm using my grid to really hopefully line this up the way I want it to go. I'm going to put a little mark up here in case I move this. So I'm going to start with the Crushed Curry just because it's on top here. Okay, let's see. Let's do a little sample of that. It's okay. It's working okay. And I'm going to put my glasses on because that helps. So I hope you have had a great weekend, despite the Ohio weather, if you're in Ohio. Okay, I'm just going to do 3 little marks down here, or 3 little stamps, and then make room for a sentiment. Let me grab a Post-it note here too to hold this down. Rose, I will have to say that that was a very fast shipping for you. I'm so glad that you got that quickly. All right, not sure if you'll see my head in the way. So I'm going to stamp off the page a little bit and use my grid to kind of line up with, let's use my pencil again here. I think I knew what I was doing. Now, if I had a stamp positioner, I know that's going to be a little crooked. We may have to turn this over. Yeah, that's a little crooked. I'm going to turn it over. So it was aligned, it just wasn't, I just didn't have it very straight. Okay, that works. And then I'm going to leave a little bit of space there, And let's go to the Lost Lagoon. Now, with the kissing or doing anything with these and switching, it's important that you have something to clean your stamp with before changing colors, because that's a totally different color and you don't want to get it messed up. So Lost Lagoon, let's give it a little preview here. That looks good. And I'm going to leave a little bit of space there. It's a little bit off, but I'm going to go with it, guys. It's paper. It's not going to be perfect. My sample has actually turned out pretty darn good, so I'll show you that in a minute. And what I'm going to do is just put the word hello in there. So now I'm going to come down here to the bottom and stamp that again, and we'll pick up this Pretty Bubble Bath. And that's been a new color this year, but I haven't used it very much, so it's kind of nice to pull it out. Just a nice soft pink, and I think these two look good together, and then I think the pink will look good down here too. Okay, could be better, but gives you an idea of what's going on here. And then I'm just going to use the Hello, and this is from, what's that set? Simply Said, a favorite that has just about everything in there that you might need. Celebrating, thinking of you, birthday, it's great. Just a great all-around stamp set for everything. So I'm going to go with the Lost Lagoon, because it's the darkest of the three. Put that in there. So no, it's not the best, it's not perfect, but it's going to work. And we'll give it a little bit of bling that might offset that. So have you survived the time change? Somehow I think the older you get, the more that affects the way we sleep at night. Because I looked at the clock last night, and I usually go to bed around 11. Well, 11 said 12, because it was ahead. So I'm not sure if I got the best sleep last night. Okay, that is not very good on the back. Let's see, I might need to trim that off. And let's do that with some scissors. Because I know if I put it in my trimmer, I will end up misjudging and cutting the card apart. Okay, that's good. All right, let's give this some bling. What do I have here? This is the low profile dots. Remember, when I use embellishments, sometimes I pick up something that might be retired, but I think these are still okay because it says online 2025. Yeah, you feel like you need a nap. I totally agree. one of these days they might figure out that we don't need to change time so much anymore, because that was done for farming, I think, and not so much for the way we live today. But at least we don't have to change all the clocks, because some of them change automatically. Okay, there we go. That's that with a triadic color combination. I kind of like it. I would send that. I would put that in the mail. All right, now let's make something on the envelope with one of these stamps. So let's use that that same one. So I'm just going to put my envelope in this piece of copy paper, and I think I'll go with the Lost Lagoon. And let's turn it my way. Okay, it's not real straight, but it will work. Okay, I'm going to leave it the way it is. It's just an envelope. Okay, so there's that one. And this was my sample. That one lined up perfectly. And that was Blueberry Bushel. I believe that was Lemon Lime Twist. And this was supposed to be Petal Pink. And that's a very light grayish type of pink. So it looks pretty orange to me, at least with those colors. But that was also one of the triadic color combinations. I like that one. Okay, next, I also got this new stamp set called Painted Stripes. I think there can be so much done with this one. It can go across. I like the variation of the texture. And you can also do it this way too. With my background stamps, I typically don't put the index sheet on it and just leave it in my case like this. I believe I use Lemon Lolly on that, but I'm going to give it a quick clean just to make sure. So I'm going to use Lemon Lolly again. And this is another fairly new color that we got last year. And in the next, I think on the 17th, which is next Monday, by the way, demonstrators will get to learn what's in the new catalog and also see what the next in colors will be. I'm very excited about that. I will tell you that we have been told that paper prices are going up. I guess it's a considerable increase, and I don't know how much. The basic white is going from 40 sheets to 24 sheets, like our regular paper is. So you may want to stock up on that. And I believe the reasoning that we've been given is because of so much people not using paper. I hardly can believe that. Some of the paper mills are not producing what they were before. So it has caused a production problem, and getting the paper a problem, and Stampin' Up! Has always been very diligent in their paper quality. So it's a sad thing to report, but that's the news that we've been given. All right, so I have put Lemon Lolly on there, and I'm going to take this piece of paper, and this one is 3 3/4 by 5. I'm going to just lay that down there, and then take that same piece of copy paper and give it a good rub. I feel like I have yellow jaundice here. Got yellow all over my fingers. Better clean that while I think about it. So it makes a nice background, and you can see that there's some light and some dark, and that's the way it's supposed to be. Now you could always go in the other direction too and make it look like a checker. All right, what was my next one gonna be here? Okay, hold on 1 second here, because I think I flipped my... Okay, let's go with Granny Apple Green and do some kissing. Granny Apple Green and Lemon Lime Twist. These are nice, bright, and cheerful colors. Now, if you've done kissing before, you know that you take a plain stamp and stamp that in whatever color you want. I'm going to do this one of two ways. I'm going to do it both ways. And I'm going to stamp in the lighter color, which is the Lemon Lime Twist. And then I'm going to take this floral image and stamp that in the darker color, which is Granny Apple Green, and then kiss that to the other color, to the other one. Hold it there for a little bit, and then lift it straight up. Now, you can't see anything yet. Where is my color here? And then when you stamp it straight down, okay, that didn't come out the way I expected. I'm going to do that again. Okay, I'm going to, because I saw this both ways. When I show you the sample, I've got a sample with another color. So maybe it's the color choice. Okay, I'm going to do Granny Apple Green this time, put the Lemon Lime Twist away. And this time I'm not going to stamp the floral image in anything. So we've got some good color on there. Let's put this here. And you want to make sure that you don't twist it or move it. Pull it straight up. And let's see what we get that time. Okay, that is much better. I like that much better. zoom in here. Okay, this added color, this added another color. And I don't know if it's the color choice. This one pulled the color off. So I like that one better. Okay, and when I show you the sample that I did, I used a different floral image, a little bit smaller, and you'll see it's very dramatic on the other sample that I have. Okay, let's do Lost Lagoon. And once again, you need to make sure that your stamps are very clean so you don't muddy up your ink pads. Make sure it's dry. Okay, so we're kissing this and actually removing the color. I think with this first one, there wasn't enough contrast to actually add color to what was in it before. This is true kissing. Okay, and pull that off. Ooh, that one's going to be pretty. Okay. It gives you a pretty good look of that one. I like that. Okay, let me grab another color over there other than the ones I have out here. And as they dry, you get it a little bit better. But again, the one that I used for my sample, actually, I think it was from the stamp set that you got. What'd you say? Would it be a different look or the same if you stamp the flower on top of the circle? It would be a totally different look because you would be not kissing it to the image stamp. I'll show you how that works. I'm going to do Petunia Pop. This is a very detailed image too. The one that I did, again, as a sample, was a smaller stamp. Now, Petunia Pop is really juicy too. So let's see if that makes a difference. Because this way you are lifting the ink off. Now this one, as I said, is really juicy. Okay, that one I don't like as well. Let me grab let me grab this. Rose, you'll like this because this is from the memorable blooms that you just got. And I did that with this one. And this doesn't have the detail that this has. So I think you'll see a dramatic difference, and I'll just turn my paper over. But if you do what you suggest, you would use a light color here and then a dark color to stamp over top of it and then cut it out. So I'm not sure if I'm going to actually finish the card today to cut it out. because I would have to go through the cut and emboss machine lots of times. So I'm going to use this other little stamp from Memorable Blooms. And I think I'll like that better. So there's the Petunia Pop. This is smaller. It doesn't have as much detail. I'm really pushing that down there to lift that ink off. Yep, this one's going to be way different. So look at the difference of that. And that's from Memorable Blooms. So it's the detail that makes the difference. This is a great background stamp, and I did have something else that I'll show you with this one, but forget what color I used with that. Anyway, let's see what I can show you. Okay, this. Stamp the flower on top of the circle after you stamp on the paper. I will do that. Let's grab a light color. Let's go with the Bubble Bath. And then put Petunia Pop over it. Okay, so there's Bubble Bath, very light. So this will be a pretty dramatic, but I'm going to go back to pick up the stamp that is in this set. And it may go outside the circle, but then it could also be cut different too. So color choice probably makes a big difference too. So definitely makes a difference with that. But that's not kissing either. But that's gorgeous. Now I did do this one. And that was Fresh Freesia and Berry Burst. And then this one is Bubble Bath and Petunia Pop. I like that. That one's nice. So this was the other sample to show you. Just says thinking of you. And then this was one that I did where I just took some colors and overlapped them, kind of rainbow colors, added a little butterfly that I had hanging out here. Then I had another thought about this, which I may show next time. And then this is actually my favorite. And that's where I used the one from Memorable Blooms. Memorable Blooms. And this is Just Kissing. This was, I think that's Granny Apple Green, Lost Lagoon, maybe that was Old Olive. Lost Lagoon, Crushed Curry, and this is, oh, I thought I put all my colors away. don't think that was soft seafoam. But anyway, I like that a lot better. And then that has this background on it too. And a little bow and some bling. So I will cut those circles out a little bit later. Actually, let's just do this one here. Okay, so this is kissing. This is not kissing, because that lifts the ink off. This adds ink to it. So let's see what we can do here. I need to, part of that will get cut off, but that's okay. Now with this, I can always take the bigger one. I think I'll take the bigger one that will give a more of a background around there. That will be okay. And pull in my little mini cut and emboss machine, which I don't use nearly often enough. So cut off a little bit of it, but it gives more of a white edge around there. And let's go ahead and do this one. I think I cut that a little bit too close. So I'll use the smaller one for that. This one doesn't give a border around the edge. So here we go. Oop, get back in the camera here. So again, this one lifts the ink off, and here I added ink to the shadow. I'll just call that a shadow stamp. And again, this was a different image. This was the one that doesn't have as much detail. This has all the detail. So I had so many little things around here that I cut out and played with. I had this one, which is probably why I wasn't quite as organized today. Because my mind kept going one direction or another to create the cards, and then all of a sudden it was 3 o'clock, and ooh, I better get hopping here. So we do have this one. And this one to show. And this one. And this one. And this was definitely stamping on the shadow stamp with the darker color. And again, I think I said that was Fresh Freesia and Berry Burst. And that's cut out then with the large number 4, the 4th die cut from Stylish Shapes. Okay, that's going to do it for today. I thank you for being here. And next week, I may be doing my live in the evening, probably sometime after 8 o'clock, because next week is St. Patrick's Day, and I believe I'm going to a kind of a gathering in the afternoon. So I'll post on Facebook if that's going to be the case. But it's looking right now like that will be what next week will be for St. Patrick's Day. Believe it, middle of March already. So take care, have a great rest of the week, and enjoy this good weather wherever you are. I hope you have good weather. So take care. Bye-bye.